Hello people, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. We're an experienced and certified detective of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. It's about to educate you with facts and not propaganda or hyperbole for the government sides. Well, you know, we are here to defend members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force who has been protecting the people of Jamaica by giving their sweat, blood and tears, protection of life and property. But these people have been members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, have been under sustained attack by people who have nefarious intent, and it's deliberate and it's done its malice aforethought because they are police officers. And these people, they have shown that they are enemies of the United States of America. When I said enemies, I'm talking like Vladimir Putin. Yes man, Mr. Audley Carter and Shane Dalling are sworn enemies of the United States of America. And we want to make sure that justice is done from the United States point of view, so that these people, both men, can face the same economic embargo along with their children and immediate relative for their covert war against the United States of America by attacking the members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force due to the arrest of one of the Jamaica Labour Party LGBTQ plus party supporter and activist Christopher DUDUS Coke, who was extradited to the United States of America with the help of the members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The JLP had made it known to the police officers that their cooperation with the United States of America comes with an hefty price, and the price is to make sure that they leave them unprotected and leave them at the mercies of the criminals. It doesn't matter how many years that these police officers had spent. It doesn't matter how many criminals that they have arrested and charged. It doesn't matter how many times that these police officers have to defend their lives in protection of the fellow citizens in Jamaica. It doesn't matter how many times these police officers were shot in Jamaica. Both men, Mr. Shane Dalling, Mr. Shane Vladimir Putin Dalling, Mr. Audley, Lavrov Carter, have been attacking members of the police force sustainingly, and they have been doing it with a vengeance. And we in the diaspora who have served in the Jamaica Constabulary Force and who have given now to the Jamaican people without fear or affection, malice or ill will, we are letting the government know that these people are enemies of the United States of America, and these people and their family, we won't stop until Uncle Sam ban them and their family and repatriate them, let them stay in Jamaica. These people can visit America by virtually use the internet, just as the same way as Vladimir Putin, who is enemy #1 in the world of the United States of America, because he's a dictator and he does not like law and order. So Mr. Shane Dalling, Mr. Shane Vladimir Putin Dalling, and Mr. Audley Lavrov Carter, they are enemies of the United States of America. And these people, if they want to visit America, they should visit America virtually. Now, what has been happening since they have been attacking members of the police force is that they have been revoking their firearms, telling them that they live overseas and they don't need it anymore. The only reason you need a firearm is to protect your life, nothing else. You don't need any property or anything. The only thing that you need, there's nothing more precious on earth than your life. So I wanted to listen to this video of what is happening there with these people, these these people who
The
are
plot
sponsors
thickens as
of
more
government
Jamaicans,
terrorists
incensed by news of the
against
death
the
of
members
two
of the
Chinese
Jamaica
business owners while
Constabulary
awaiting a gun
Force. And I
permit,
want you to
goes
listen.
viral. A retired member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force has furnished the CVM Live with documents detailing his application, delays, and subsequent denial of a gun permit, despite what he considers years of quality service protecting the Jamaican people at his family's and his own risk. Serving over 2 decades in different areas of the JCF and some of the grittiest police divisions, being assigned a service pistol to carry out these roles, and to his knowledge with no history of violence, yet denied a gun permit to protect himself and his loved ones after resigning. The source notes during his tenure, he put many criminals before the court, which resulted in some of the most convictions. His track record earned him the ire of many he prevented from carrying out their criminal deeds. But in 2017, when he resigned from the JCF and applied for a gun permit for personal protection, he was met with a denial. Not just that, he waited several years well into 2020 before being told, by way of letter signed by the Director of Application and Certification, he did not establish a need for a firearm license. He wrote to the National Security Minister, Dr. Horace Chang, seeking intervention after the years of delays and just before he was denied in 2020. To which a letter allegedly from Dr. Chang bearing what appears to be his signature in May 2021 noted receipt of the former police's request. The letter also notes the application was thereby approved and advised the FLA will contact the applicant regarding same. That was May. By July, the applicant received another letter allegedly signed by Dr. Chang advising that further to the initial letter it was understood no appeal of the denied permit was sought. It therefore advised that the former police should reapply for a gun permit. Many questions were left unanswered, even as the former police admits over the period on a return to Jamaica, he was met by one of the persons he brought to justice who interacted with him cordially, but notes the interaction could have been different if the ex-convict had not been reformed. Nika.
Yes, my viewers and subscribers. So now that you have listened what the reporter has said about the former police officer who have migrated, he has joined the U.S. military, as I have, because he had joined the police force at a very tender age as myself. You understand? I did close to 20 years and he did 20 years. And this was a very hard-working detective. You understand? I am not comparing my experience with his. You understand? Because I had served in the U.S. military during 2 wars, Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom. At the time when I joined the military, a lot of ex-members were saying that if I wasn't afraid of getting killed, and I expressed to them that I have no fear of death because one day we'll all have to die. And the difference is that when you're killed in America, especially in the military or the police force here, the family is treated with the utmost respect. It doesn't take 10 years or 20 years for your dependents to get any form of help or whatever they're entitled to. In America, I'm a member of the armed forces, as you know, as I have, and I'm a veteran. And the member who went down to Jamaica and they deny him his gun license, immediately, they don't have to wait for any coroners to write any death certificate that you died in the line of duty or whatever. Immediately, your family receive 400,000 US. Immediately, your wife or your parent or whoever is a beneficiary. And there's other source from from the military that's different from the insurance that you have to protect yourself and your family. So I had no problem joining the military when I came here, and it was the best thing and the most honorable thing. So what has been happening now in Jamaica to our members, you're looking at the screen, these 2 men right here. These men are enemies of the United States of America. Vladimir, Putin, Dalling, and Audley, Lavrov Carter. They are sworn enemies of the United States of America. And these people have been on a relentless pursuit to make sure that they disarm every current and former police officer of the Jamaica Constabulary Force because of the extradition of Christopher DUDUS Coke. And the reason for them doing that is that Christopher DUDUS Coke, all of us know that he was a gangster, mobster. But you know, in Jamaica, those are the people that these people revere. Because if you notice that all the people who in Jamaica have licensed firearms and are known gang members are people who are known to have militias, they don't revoke their license. You know? Because if they revoke these people's license, Mr. Dalling, who is afforded 24/7 security at the expense of the Jamaica taxpayers, in which this is a waste of money. You understand? This man should not be getting, these people should not be enjoying taxpayers' money to be paying security for them and their family. What are these people contribution to Jamaica? And somebody who have served for 20 years, who was there during the 2020 incursion of Tivoli Gardens when some of his colleagues were killed in Mountain View and some were shot in Tivoli Gardens during the incursion of the country by people, men aligned to Christopher DUDUS Coke, who is a member of the JLPLGBTQ plus party that is in power right now. Vladimir Putin Dalling, and Audley, Lavrov Carter, these men are enemies of the United States of America. And these men should not be, and their family should not be allowed to visit the United States because they have been attacking members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force for assisting the FBI and the Department of Justice to gather the necessary intelligence and evidence so that they have a solid case against this man, in which in Jamaica this man was untouchable. The police there could not touch him because he's untouchable. So would you think that the elitists in Jamaica would be happy that this man was extradited and finally is facing justice? No, they're upset because this man is the enforcer in Jamaica. He's more feared. He's the most feared and most loved person in Jamaica. But in Jamaica, you know, fear is love, you know, because in Jamaica, when somebody fears somebody, that means they love them because you're afraid of them taking their lives. You understand? So this is what these people are there doing to make sure that police officers who have served the Jamaica Constabulary Force can live abroad. And especially, it seems like they have been targeting members of the United States military and members of the New York City Police Department who have migrated to Jamaica because of these people. These are people with impeccable background and character and integrity and credibility and honesty. They have been retaliating against them by taking away their licensed firearms in Jamaica. So they have declared war on the United States of America. So it's for us who's in the diaspora to do the necessary to petition the President of the United States of America and the Justice Department, also to the FBI, and send it to the necessary person in the State Department so that they revoke these people and their families, members, US visa, and prevent them from coming here. And anything that's happened that they cannot visit America, let them visit America virtually. Dalling and Audley Carter are enemies of the United States of America. Thanks for watching the Jamaica Young Police channel. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And most important, remember that this channel is not about to give you news. It's all about facts, not hyperbole or propaganda for the government. Thanks. One love.